Hello everyone, this is the Redford Pikachu, and today I'm starting a very big task. I'm going to review each of the Land Before Time movies, the, all 14. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I'm willing to review each and every movie, even the only one I have any real mixed thoughts about, which is the 13th one. I really hope you guys will enjoy these reviews because these movies have such a special place in my heart. Now, let's get going with the one that started it all. The plot of the first movie should be pretty well known by this point, but for any person who hasn't seen the movie yet, there will be spoilers in this review, so you have been warned. So the plot is basically that food is pretty much grown scarce, and that the dinosaurs need to find the Great Valley in order to survive. During a battle with the T-Rex, the main character Littlefoot gets separated from his grandparents, and his mother dies defending him. He eventually comes in contact with four other kids who all set out to try and find the Great Valley. They do eventually find the Great Valley and manage to defeat the T-Rex, which they call Sharptooth in this movie. The pacing in this movie is amazing. It has a very natural flow to it. Nothing feels like it drags for too long. And all the characters get a lot of good stuff throughout the movie. A little fun fact for those who don't know, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas helped Don Bluth make this movie, so it really does have a special place in my heart because I love all three of those directors. Don Bluth for giving us the Land Before Time series, and George Lucas and Steven Spielberg for what they've done for like the movies and such. And particularly is why I will always defend George Lucas uh, in regards to the Star Wars prequels and stuff, because I really do feel like he does put love and effort into his movies. Getting back to the Land Before Time movie, though, all the characters have a great natural charm to them. Sarah is my least favorite character of the whole main cast, but she's still a pretty good character and very likable, even when she's acting all snotty and stuff. You can still tell that attitude she puts on is like just like a mask to hide how terrified she is of the whole situation. And that allows me to segue right into the character portion of this review. First up, of course, is the main protagonist, Littlefoot. Littlefoot is an awesome protagonist for not just this movie, but all the Land Before Time movies in general. But I'll get to those when we. He has a lot of likable traits to him, but at the same time, he still acts like a kid, and that really uh, makes us care about him and stuff like that. He is a very smart and clever character, but at the same time, he has his faults, like his temper. Anytime his mother is mentioned, particularly after he gets all, he snaps and stuff like that. Overall, Littlefoot is a great protagonist and shows that even though he's a great leader and all that, he still has a lot to learn as the movies go. Moving on to Sarah, like I said, she's my least favorite of the main five, but I still do like her. She's got a lot of likable traits, like even though she's like stubborn and all that, she's also shown to have a compassionate side, and as the movies go on, it starts to come out more. Due to the snotty attitude she has, she can come off as like kind of irritating, especially like during the when they're all in the volcanoes and she leaves everyone behind, it, even while they're screaming for her to. But there are moments in the film to make her a likable character while she's still going through her development on being nicer and not being such a brat, especially given the situation. Overall, while Sarah's character is not like the best in this movie, she does get better as the movies go on, and I will get to her development as it comes. Moving on to my favorite character in the whole series, Ducky. Ducky is without a doubt the heart of the whole group, and it's clear that without her there to like keep everyone's spirits up, that they all fall apart. My God, Ducky is like so adorable in this movie and in all the other movies too. She's just has such a good personality that you can't help but smile whenever she has a scene like in there she's not in danger. I love Judith Brassey's performance as Ducky. She has like a very natural, uh, sweet voice for the character, and it really helps Ducky like it, with her personality and it is a really bad shame that that her life had to come to a tragic end in the way that it did because I know going forward she would have been still have been an awesome Ducky. So yeah, Ducky is a great character, and she's gonna grow just like everyone else as the series goes on. I love her very much. Moving right on to Petrie, I really like his character too. You just feel sorry for Petrie for not being able to fly, and you want him to succeed and stuff, and it all pays off at the end during the final showdown with Sharptooth. And he is quite funny in the movie too. He's got some really good jokes that I still laugh at him even now. Petrie doesn't have too much to do in this movie, but he's gonna get some good stuff later down the line too. All in all, I enjoyed his role in this movie too. All right, so now we get to Spike. Ducky finds Spike's egg later in a very heartwarming scene. It's very adorable. The basically he's there. She is there for when he first hatches and stuff, and ever since then they like grow really close together. Ducky refers to Spike as the little brother, which is ironic considering he's taller than her. Spike doesn't get to talk, but it's obvious he does care for the other characters in the group and stuff. Not to mention he's shown to be pretty strong too, despite like just being hatched in the movie. So yeah, that's it. Spike's just a really good character, and I like him a lot. So this movie is a very good movie. There's no denying that. There's a kind of weird thing in here. It's not really a flaw, but it's just kind of something that people might get irritated with. For some reason, they felt the need to add narration to the story. And it's just kind of odd because he states things that we already know at certain points. Like, it would make sense for him to just have the narration towards the beginning of the movie, but it goes throughout the whole movie, and again, he just states things that we already learned throughout the movie. That's the only really thing that just is kind of weird. But besides from that, I give this movie a solid 10 out of 10. Definitely one of the best movies out there. The next review I will be doing is not The Great Valley Adventure. I will get around to doing that, but next up I will be reviewing the whole season 1 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.